No athlete has ever reached their full potential. Not one. Not Carl Lewis, not Usain Bolt, not Florence Griffith Joyner, not Sidney McLaughlin Lavroni, not Jakob Ingebrigtsen, or anybody that you could name when it comes to sports. Look, not Michael Jordan, not Tiger Woods. None of these athletes have ever reached their full potential. Serena Williams, great athlete. Nope, fell short. Every single one of them left something on the table. Not because they had more left in the tank, but because no one ever really looked at what was truly possible for them. We only looked at what they did. We looked at their results. We looked at the time they ran, the distance they jumped, or the height that they cleared. That's the measuring stick. And then for the next athlete who came along, we did the same thing. We looked at it and said, hey, here's the world record. You're somewhere between where you are now and the world record. And if you're lucky enough, you'll break the world record. Why does somebody else set my standard? Why does somebody else set your standard? Why does the person who came before you dictate what's possible for you? Well, I'm Zig Ziegler, the sports kinesiologist, and the commissioner of the World Indoor Track and Field League, and your host right here on TrackFIT TV, in particular of my favorite news show, Are You TrackFit? What does being TrackFit mean? Look, track and field is the one sport that you have to be in the best shape possible. You have to be 100%. You got to be 100% to be your best. Look, you can sprain an ankle and go play football or basketball. You can tweak a knee and still get out there and swing a baseball bat or play some golf. Your back can be a little stiff, but let it bother you on the track and see how it impacts your performance. It does. I don't know why. Maybe there should be more to it. Maybe it should be like gymnastics where you have to have some good technique too. You have to be effective and efficient. You can't just run as far as you can and jump as far as you can. Now, purists of track and field will say, well, that's the way the sport is. But we're killing ourselves in the sport of track and field. The World Indoor Track and Field League is out to change that. Number one, by putting an ecosystem in place that gives or creates opportunities for more athletes to participate in track and field. Look, you go to a track in your community and it might be locked. You can't get on. I'm talking about Olympic athletes can't get on the track to train for the Olympics because it's closed, depending upon what community you're in. These are pros or world-class athletes, we call them. And if you're a high school athlete, oh, good luck finding a place to train outside of school hours. Look, every other program has, you can go play basketball somewhere. You can go pick up a ball and play soccer somewhere. You can go play tennis. You've got all these tennis courts. Look, now you got pickleball everywhere. But can you play track? That's right. I said, can you play track? People say, you don't play track, you run track, you compete in track. Well, let's start to play track. Let's bring the fun back into track and field. You know where the fun starts? The fun starts with every single athlete having an opportunity to reach their potential. Every single one. Because we look at something more than time and distance. In the World Indoor Track and Field League, you'll have an opportunity to participate in a TrackFIT Challenge, TrackFIT Combine, or any TrackFIT event where we measure more than just your time. We take a look at how you achieve the results you achieved. And that's crucial. Because once you know how you achieve the results, and I don't mean, well, I ran a bunch of 100s this week, or I did a bunch of speed endurance work, or I did a bunch of cardio, or whatever, I did my powerlifting. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you as an athlete. And if you're a coach, I'm talking about your athletes themselves, not based on the event that they do, but based on them. Every single athlete is unique. We call it their motion DNA signature. We track and monitor the motion DNA signature so that we can see what is it that you're doing different. What are you doing effectively and efficiently? That's what TrackFit is. That's what the WITFL is all about. A resource for you as an athlete and a coach to get access to more than just your time. because it's about more than that. You want to reach your potential? You want to know what you left on the track? That's right. We have the ability to predict what you're capable of running, jumping right here. And you get a chance to be a part of it. And I'm excited. Again, I'm Zig Ziegler, the sports kinesiologist, and I look forward to seeing you at a TrackFIT event. So spend some time here on our site, explore it, look at the potential rankings that are coming up and see where you might fit in. Look at the information that we'll be able to give you about you. That's how we change the game. That's how the sport of track and field becomes fun. We gamify it, so to speak. Gamifying the sport of track and field with your TrackFIT score, telling you how much effort it took you to run what you ran. The pounds of force, the pounds of impact. Were you effective? Were you efficient? That's what TrackFIT is. And we utilize our proprietary technology, TrackFIT 3D Intelligence. So I'm looking forward to coming out to your school or sending our team of correspondents out to find out where you rank, how you stack up, because that's what it's all about. It's all about you. So welcome to TrackFIT and the World Indoor Track and Field League. We'll see you at our next event.